What's wrong with your leg, Mr. Thomas?
I was in a car accident.
That's why he has to go to the doctor 3 times a week at this point, and he can be able to go to jail.
You driving the car in the accident?
Buckle up, because what you're about to witness is a masterclass in how not to handle probation. We got a defendant who signed a legal promise not to drive, violated it anyway, got into a car accident without the court-ordered breathalyzer, and is now facing the wrath of a judge who's completely out of patience. This is Mr. Thomas's second DWI offense, and the judge is about to drop a financial hammer that'll make your jaw hit the floor. We're talking thousands in fines and the very real threat of prison time. But here's the kicker. If he gets one more DWI, he could face 15 years to life. Stay locked in because his sentencing is about to get brutal.
He was rear-ended.
I don't think he's supposed to be driving. You're not supposed to be driving. We're in the car accident.
And, the paper saying that my license was valid.
You signed an affidavit promising me not to drive. Now you're driving. Now you get into a car accident. Did you have a breath test device in your car?
Yes. I had the portable.
No. Anytime you're to drive, you're supposed to have an interlock in your car.
Hold up. Let's break this down because this is huge. An interlock device is a breathalyzer that's hardwired into your car's ignition system. You literally cannot start the car without blowing into it and proving you're sober. The court ordered Mr. Thomas to have one installed, and he's trying to pass off some portable device as compliance. That's like showing up to court with monopoly money to pay your fines. The judge specifically had him sign an affidavit. That's a sworn legal document, promising not to drive without this device. Breaking an affidavit isn't just a mistake. It's potentially perjury. And the fact that he got into an accident while violating this order, that's what we call aggravating circumstances in legal terms. This judge is about to come down hard.
He is driving, and he's not supposed to be driving, and he doesn't even have an interlock in the car.
Device that the court had.
You're supposed to have an interlock in a car, Mr. Thomas. I'm taking you into custody today. The other thing that I'm going to do, Mr. Thomas, is that you will now be required to pay the $6,500 fee to DPS. And if you fail to pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit in jail.
Whoa. Did you catch that math? $6,500 to the Department of Public Safety. And here's the kicker. For every $100 he can't pay, he sits 1 day in jail. Let me do the calculation for you. That's potentially 65 days behind bars just for the DPS fee alone. This is what's called pay or stay, a controversial practice where defendants literally buy their way out of jail time. But wait, there's more coming. The judge hasn't even gotten to the court costs yet. For someone who couldn't afford to install a $150 interlock device, how's he going to come up with thousands? This is the harsh reality of the criminal justice system. One bad decision can spiral into financial ruin. And remember, this is a second offense. The stakes just keep climbing.
In jail, $100. You're now going, how much are court costs in this case? From now on, you are not my problem anymore. This DWI is going to go on your record. This now makes 2. What happens on your next one? 2 to 10 in the penitentiary.
Did you hear that tone shift? You are not my problem anymore. That's judge speak for I'm washing my hands of you. 2 to 10 years in prison for a third offense. Not county jail. We're talking state penitentiary. In Texas, where this appears to be happening, DWI laws are no joke. Third offense is an automatic felony. Minimum 2 years. But here's what most people don't know. With his prior convictions, prosecutors can stack enhancements that could push that sentence even higher. The judge is essentially telling him, this is your last chance at freedom. Question for you watching. Do you think these harsh penalties actually deter repeat offenders, or does the system need a different approach? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is real.
Apparently, everything that we've done with you here was not enough to get your attention. I ordered you not to drive any vehicle that didn't have an interlock. I had you sign an affidavit promising me not to drive until you had court approval and you had an interlock in your car. And you drove, you are now in an accident. You are lucky that I'm going to even follow this deal. But as a part of this deal, I want you to understand you will now be required to pay all fines, fees, court costs associated with this case. And like I said, if you fail to pay even one iota, every $100 that you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. You are now going to owe to the tune of around $7,000. And if you fail to pay it, every $100 is a day in jail. So you can now calculate how much you will sit in custody if you fail to pay this fee. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The total just went up to $7,000. Let me paint this picture clearly. If Mr. Thomas can't pay, he's looking at 70 days in jail. That's over 2 months. For context, the median American has less than $5,000 in savings. This judge is basically saying, find $7,000 or spend your summer in a cell. And here's the brutal irony. How's someone supposed to earn money to pay these fines if they're sitting in jail? They lose their job, can't pay rent, and the cycle continues. This is why critics call it criminalizing poverty. But from a judge's perspective, Mr. Thomas broke a sworn promise, endangered public safety, and showed zero regard for court orders. Where do you stand on this? Is the punishment fitting or excessive?
Yes, sir.
At some point, we now need to reach you to tell you what you're doing is not okay because you keep and continue to do and violate court orders. Like I said, I will issue the capias on this case if you fail to pay, number one. Number two, you're not my problem anymore because you will be facing prison time from now on. So I truly hope that you get the fact that if you ever have any kind of substance in your body, any smell of anything funky, and you get pulled over. Have you been to the penitentiary before?
So,
How many times have you been to the penitentiary? You now are a 15 to life case if you pick up another DWI because they can use your prior pen trip to enhance you to a 15 to life if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand?
Stop the presses. The judge just revealed Mr. Thomas has prior penitentiary time, and now he's facing potential 15 to life enhancement. This is Texas's habitual offender statute in action. When you have prior prison sentences, what the judge called pen trips, prosecutors can use those to dramatically increase your sentence. We're not talking about just another DWI anymore. We're talking about potentially dying in prison for drunk driving. This is as serious as it gets in the criminal justice system. The judge is literally spelling out that one more mistake equals life behind bars. For those wondering if this seems extreme, Texas has some of the harshest repeat offender laws in the nation. One more drink, one more bad decision, and Mr. Thomas could spend the rest of his life in prison. Let that sink in.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. I'm now going to sentence you to 30 days in jail. How much credit does he have? He has 1 day credit. 4 days credit, or look it up. 4 days?
Yes.
Okay. 4 days credit. You will be required to pay all fines and fees and court costs. I am suspending your license. I am suspending your license for 2 years. Do not drive. Do you understand? I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care where you have to go. I don't care what you have to do. You get into a car and drive, you're going to be back here with me. And I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what are the fines and fees and costs of the
The hammer
Now,
drops. 30 days in jail with only 4 days credit, 2-year license suspension, and wait for it. The final number is coming. The judge's tone here is absolutely chilling. I don't care what's going on in your life. That's not cruelty. That a judge who's seen too many repeat offenders claim hardship while continuing to endanger lives. A 2-year suspension means no legal driving whatsoever. In most of America, that's essentially an economic death sentence. How you work, shop, or live without driving. But that's exactly the point. The system is designed to make it so inconvenient, so difficult, that you never want to drink and drive again. But does it work? Statistics show mixed results, which is why this debate continues to rage in legal circles.
You now owe $6,440 that you're going to pay. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a second offense? I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to it. Goes with you. Oh. Is it true that you had a prior DWI in here in 2021? Is it true that you had a prior aggravated assault of a family member
Yes.
in 2023? I think it's only the first one because he's doing 30 days. So just do the first enhancement.
Okay.
All right. It goes with you.
Let's recap this intense sentencing. Mr. Thomas, with a 2021 DWI and a 2023 aggravated assault on his record, violated his probation by driving without a court-ordered interlock device and got into an accident. The judge's verdict? 30 days in jail, $6,440 in fines with a brutal pay or stay provision, and a 2-year license suspension. But the real story here is a warning. One more DWI could mean 15 to life in prison due to his prior convictions. This case highlights the harsh reality of repeat offender laws and the financial burden of the criminal justice system. Whether you believe this is justice served or a system in need of reform, one thing's clear. Drunk driving destroys lives, both for victims and perpetrators. If this breakdown opened your eyes to how serious DWI consequences really are, smash that like button and share this video with someone who needs to see it. What's your take? Is the sentence too harsh or exactly what repeat offenders deserve? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more raw, unfiltered courtroom breakdowns. We post new cases every week that'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about justice. See you in the next one.